Hello, everybody, and welcome here to our race number 6 of the debut season of the NR2003 Diva Truck Series. Getting set to go racing from the Irish Hills of Michigan. The Cool City Customs 200 about to get underway here at the Michigan International Raceway. 30 laps coming your way here from the Irish Hills. Emma Kaiser starts on the pole position for the first time in her Diva Truck Series career. She's been doing pretty good as far as the part-timers are concerned, even though she is 39th in the point standings, but off to a very good start in her Diva career. Yvonne Dooney, on the other hand, alongside, who's run every race so far this season, comes into this race 28th in the point standings, so she needs something to turn a struggling start around. Olga Scott in row number 2. Olga Scott comes into this race 34th in the point standings, so not the start of the season she was hoping for. And alongside of her is Eva Mata in the 29 truck. Eva Mata comes into this race 5th in the standings, having a good start to the year. The points are as follows while these trucks are rolling off behind the Ford F-Series pace truck. As I went too far on where I need to go. Abigail Furling is the points leader by 22 points over Hazel Eveling, so it's an Ultra Motorsports 1-2. Claudia Flores is third in the standings, 31 points back. Ruby Walker, 49 back in the 4th position. Eva Mata, I just mentioned, she rounds out your top 5, 53 points back. 6th place is Carolina Bradley, who dropped 2 spots after last week's race at South Boston. Tina Turner dropped 4 spots down to 7th. Naomi Hudson dropped 6 spots down to 8th. Maisie Creighton moved up a spot to 9th in the standings. And Aurora Combs complete the top 10. She is a total of 86 points out of the points lead. "30 laps on tap here today at the Irish Hills of Michigan. All 3 series racing here this weekend. We don't know what kind of racing we're going to see as far as the trucks and Busch. We already know what the Diva Cup Series drivers have done in the past. We're going to see what happens in 30 laps time. Pace truck is up. That leaves the field in the hands of Emma Kaiser for this 30-lap event. And the Cool City Customs 200 is green. Let's go racing, girls. Just want to make sure I'm still recording as far as my headset is concerned. Emma Kaiser down the back straightaway, heading into turn number 3. Here comes Olga Scott in the 08. Drafting is going to come into play in the part of this race. This is a 2-mile D-shaped oval track that's identical to the one we're going to go to later in the year, Auto Club Speedway. And Olga Scott will lead the first lap. Here comes Avon Murray in the 64 truck. Avon Murray is making her 4th start of the year. She is currently dead last in the point standings after a tough start to her part-time schedule. And now Aaron Walsh going to take the race lead. Erin Walsh is 30th in the standings, and she's going to lose the lead to Giovanna Wright. And here comes Hanako Watanabe. Watanabe comes into this race 11th in the point standing, excuse me. She's only 3 points out of the top 10 in the standings. Excuse me. A Chua to the inside. Chua is 32nd in the standings. Here comes Maisie Creighton in the Quaker State Ford F Series. Comes in this race 9th in the point standings, as I talked about when going through the top 10 in the point standings, which, by the way, was presented by Golden Corral. And here comes Maisie. Maisie did lead that lap. And Chow Dang's going to take the race lead as a result. Chow Dang comes in this race 18th in the point standings. Tina Turner in the 86 was 7th in points. Here comes Stephanie Liera, no relationship to Ali Liera. Liera comes in this race. Stephanie Liera comes in this race 24th in the points. Not the start, not the best of starts to her season. Right behind her is Donna Ramirez in the 59. Ramirez was going to take the lead, but now it's going to be back to Stephanie Liera, and now Giovanna Wright's going to take it. Shalea Askarov is up here at the front. Victoria Hughes as well in the 8. Hughes is 37th in the point standings coming in this race. Hughes is next to last in points of the drivers that have run the full season. Alex Winters, a part-time driver, 36th in the standings, despite running a part-time schedule. Abigail Furling will be running these colors of the Orleans Dodge for Orleans Racing for the rest of the season. Oh, no, they're going 4 wide, but they got out of that jam. Oh, no, now they're 4 wide with Ingrid Pollard, but looks like the 04 backed out of it at the last second, so we are keeping it together somehow, some way. That was nearly a massive wreck. That's going to give Stephanie Liera led another lap. Olivia Jackson has now taken the race lead. Olivia is 25th in the point standings coming in this race. Ruby Walker I believe Ruby Walker won last week's race, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check. Who was our winner last time out at South Boston? And indeed, I was correct. Ruby Walker was your most recent winner at South Boston. So I was correct. There's Addie Peterson. Addie Peterson is another gal that came into the season late. And the caution's out for the first time today. Drag race on the line between Addie Peterson and Abigail Lynn. I believe give it to the one of Abigail Lynn. Some very good. Whoa! Addie Peterson nearly got turned by Claudia Flores. They keep it together, you two. Oh, and well, I take that back. Even Murray just got spun around under the yellow flag. I don't know what that was really all about. Who brought out the initial caution? Alex Winters is back here at the rear of the field. I don't know if she was collected in this. Alexandria Sarnes. Oh, we got a massive wreck on the back straightaway. Naguera, 33's upside down. Donna Ramirez. What just happened back here? Naguera's torn up. April Glover, Maisie Creighton, Von Dooney, Aurora Combs, Jayla Durazin, Giovanni Wright, Shanti Darwish. What just happened? Victoria Hughes has got damage. What in the world just happened? Well, and Flores is going to pit road, so boy, we got a lot of mess to figure this puzzle out. Let's first find out what happened to bring out our caution, and then we'll take a look at that little weird stack up as we're nearing the halfway point of today's race here at Michigan International Raceway, the Cool City Customs 200. Well, here's what happened. It looks like 4 wide. Something had to give, and Sarnes just got squeezed by Olga Scott into the 29 Eva Mata, excuse me there. I just had some water, so I hope y'all don't mind. And Olga Scott got held up by somebody, and then someone turned Alex Winters around. Who was that truck that just... That was Aaron Walsh. And then somebody got into Alex Winters off of... Okay, so it looks like after Sarnes made contact with the 08, doesn't pay any attention, goes up into Alex Winters. Hazel Eveling slightly tapped the wall there. Sarnes got turned around. There's the 08. I think Kim Patterson got a piece of it. Alex Winters got turned around by Tina Turner. Carolina Bradley got a small piece of it. And I believe the same for Kathy Rogers in the 52, the Federated Auto Parts truck. But that's what happened to bring out the first caution of the race. But what happened on the stack up? We're going to review that right now. All right, this is what happened. This is after they took the caution. And apparently, I don't know what the deal was with Addison Peterson turning Avon Murray up into Claudia Flores. That's the end result. I think everybody was reacting to that, and I really just don't know what that was all about. I think Flores tried to dump Peterson for no apparent reason, then got a revenge by turning Avon Murray around. And I think this is what's going to happen is all these drivers are checking up because of what just happened. And let's get a helicopter view. And then 07, 02, 33, 8, and 16. And everybody just piles in. So we have a bigger wreck than what really caused the caution because the driver apparently was upset with somebody. Creighton got a piece of it. April Glover. Good freaking grief. 15 gets a piece of it. 08, 4, Carolina Bradley. Tina Turner. Here comes Alexandria Sarn. She doesn't slow down, runs in the back of Tina Turner. So we have a bigger wreck under the yellow than what caused the initial caution. I can tell you there's going to be a lot of gals not going to be too happy with Addie Peterson. And Addie Peterson's been asked to see the officials in the Diva truck hauler when the race is over. So that's what brought out the first caution of the race. Let's get you back to the restart here at Michigan. Getting ready to go back to green flag racing. And yes, I have received word Addison Peterson truck 54 to the Diva truck hauler at the end of the race. And rightfully so. Because that was kind of stupid on her part. And that is a gal that definitely should know better than that. So Abigail Lynn is the leader. Addie Peterson second. Hanako Watanabe third. Avon Murray in fourth. We'll see how that's going to affect her damage when she gets up to speed. Emma Kaiser fifth. Ada Chua sixth. Ruby Walker seventh. Ingrid Pollard eighth. Stephanie Lear ninth. And 10th is Olivia Jackson. As we're about to go back to green flag racing, drivers out, and there are a lot of them. So please bear with me on this. Calip Ambrosia is out of the race. Thank you. I needed to pull up the roster. Calip Ambrosia, Von Dooney, green flag, by the way, is back out. Jessica Smith, Samantha Johnson, Olga Scott, Carolina Bradley, Kathy Rogers, Tina Turner, Shanti Darwish, Giovanna Wright, as Hanako Watanabe is going to take the race lead. Kim Patterson, Jayla DeRazin, Aurora Combs, April Glover, Tatiana Guerra, Chow Deng, and Donna Ramirez all out of the race as a result of that stack up. And as I mentioned earlier, the 54 truck is going to be going to the hauler after the race, because that was kind of stupid if you ask me. And I'm looking at here at my points table in front of me. I'm seeing a number of drivers who are out of the race that came in running well in points. They're going to really take a hit in the point standings. Bradley, Combs, Donna Ramirez, Samantha Johnson didn't need this. Chow Deng's going to take a hit. Kathy Rogers. Jessica Smith was 21st in the points as Stephanie Lear is taking the race lead. And like I said, there's going to be a lot of girls not happy with Addison Peterson after that stupidity. And I can't disagree with the officials by calling Addie Peterson to the Diva truck hauler at the end of the race. We'll see what kind of penalties we're going to see coming out of that one, because this was the same reason we had. This was the same problem we had last week at Pocono in the Diva Cup Series, when we had drivers going 4 wide, being way too aggressive, and drivers not even slowing down. So I'm not sure what's going to happen to Addie Peterson, but she's definitely not going to make too many friends. I can tell you that for certain. And by the way, Flores was third in points, I should point out, when she was involved in that incident with Addie Peterson that caused the stack up big one. As Ingrid Pollard is going to take the race lead. So like I said, I can't imagine a lot of people going to be happy with Addie Peterson. Addie Peterson's going to have some explaining to do. And she'll probably get slapped by her girlfriend, Skylar Davidson, knowing Skylar Davidson to be exact. Because unfortunately, she took out a lot of good trucks who really could have had good results and tried to salvage what they can out of this day. Unfortunately, that's a tough break for Maisie Creighton, who got caught up in this. There's Sarnes. Naomi Hudson, that's 2 weeks in a row for her. There's Creighton, sorry. Alex Winters. Victoria Hughes is back here. Flores was third in points. Ava Murray is probably off the pace due to the damage from the incident coming to the while we were slowing down under the yellow. And like I said, a lot of fans are going to be very upset with Addison Peterson's behavior. And I can tell you there's going to be definitely a suspension coming her way, referring to Peterson. And yes, I understand Peterson's a part of my team, but to be fair, as Sarnes is going to get in the way and hold up some people here. And that's going to allow Stephanie Liera to take the lead, or is she going to keep that lead for long? Nope. Here comes Olivia Jackson. Olivia Jackson, the sister to London and Violet Jackson. The third generation Jackson sister. Here comes Abigail Furling. Oh, here's something funny. That's the gal who's trying to run down Abigail Furling for the points lead, Hazel Eveling. And I was kind of concerned about her truck, but doesn't look like she got a lot of damage to the right rear that ASC Dodge. So Hazel Eveling dodged a major bullet. And like I said, that 2 truck is the one that's trying to run down the 62 for the points lead. But Ruby Walker trying to go back-to-back. Remember one last week at South Boston. Don't count out another gal I likes. Shalea Askarov. Haven't talked much about Shalea Askarov all day. As they're about to come up to Naomi Hudson. As Askarov's going to be having a good run. Askarov comes in his race 19th in the points. She will be in tomorrow's Diva Bush Series race. Abigail Lynn's going to take the race lead. And, of course, we will see Abigail's sister, Courtney Lynn, who's a 2-time winner in 2 days' time in the Diva Cup Series. As we're down to 3 laps of racing to go here at Michigan. But looky there, Emma Kaiser's up here at the front. None of Frank's drivers have been to victory lane here in the Diva Truck Series. Have they been to victory lane in the Diva Bush Series? Let me double check that. No, that was not what I want, you darping hyena, referring to my score 4. As we're down to 2 laps of racing to go. Oh, they're wrecking. We got a wreck in the back, and that's going to end the race. That's going to end the race. Looks like the Jelly Belly truck got wrecked, and now it's going to spill Jelly Bellies all over the racetrack. Funny, no puns intended, of that sponsorship. And the caution's out for the second time today. That is no doubt going to end this race under the caution. And looks like I am correct because none of the and this race might end under the caution, and Emma Kaiser is going to win this race. I'm trying to see if Kaiser has been to victory lane. No, Kaiser's never won in any Diva group. And Happy Frank is celebrating in happiness. Well, Frank's going to be having a happy dance right now. Unfortunately, who did this brought out? It was Ruby White, who was the reason for the second caution. We'll look back at a replay in just a minute after we take the checker flag. But a well done for Emma Kaiser, who's going to come off turn number 4. And Team Frank has waited a long time for this. It will be the first career win for Emma Kaiser, the first win for Frank's group in the Diva groups, and the number 3 truck will win the race. Checkers in yellow. Emma Kaiser is going to win the Cool City Customs 200. Ha ha! Well done to Kaiser. Before we show your official finish results, let's jump back and look at a replay to see what happened to bring out our second and final caution of the day to end this race under the yellow flag. Well, this sucks for 5 basically the entire race, and this was coming to the white flag. Watch Octavia Jackson. Yeah, I don't know if the 0-2 came down or the 6 came up. Whatever the case, Ruby White and the other Ruby girl, Ruby Walker, is going to get collected, and Addison Peterson's going to have got some paint scraped off the right side of her Ford F-Series. That's a tough break for Ruby White, who was having a great run, and Ruby Walker, our winner last time out at South Boston last week. Looks like they're not going to get the finishes they were hoping for. So that's what brought out our second and final caution of the day. Let's get you to your official finish results after today's race here at Michigan. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back after a great Michigan race. I bet you Frank's probably doing a happy dance right about now. Emma Kaiser, who, by the way, is a part-time driver in the Diva Truck Series. That's the first time a part-time driver has gone to victory lane in this series, which is the only series we're doing part-time. As my freaking, I did not ask you to go to a different deal. I asked you to scroll down, you derping hyena. Thank you. And Emma Kaiser, who, like I said, came in the series late and came in as race 39th in the point standings. Boy, that's going to be a great relief for her. Abigail Lynn, well done to her. So close to her second win of the season, but a second place will do her a lot of good. Lynn dropped 6 spots to 17th in the point standings. She will definitely move her way back up through the running order. Elena Lydia, didn't talk much about her. 22nd in the points, her first top 5 of the year. Comes away in 3rd. Hazel Eveling, 2nd in points, comes home in 4th. Ingrid Pollard, 5th. Abigail Furling will get 6th. Pollard came in this race. Where did Ingrid Pollard? She was 20th in points, so she'll be inside the top 15 by the end of this race. Abigail Furling, I can bet you she's going to keep the points lead heading into next week's race because Hazel Eveling was only finished 2 spots ahead of her, so that's not going to do her any good, but Abigail will still keep the points lead heading into next week. The good news is the gal that was also trying to run her down for the points lead had a pretty bad race as well. As you can go away there, stupid thing. 1 second, I got to get the stupid blue screen off my deal. Anyway, Hanako Watanabe will come away with 7th. Came in this race 11th in the point standings, and with a lot of drivers ahead of her in the top 10 that had troubles today, she'll be in the top 10. Junie Carter, well-needed run from her, comes away with 8th. She came into this race 26th in the points, so this is a good run from her. As you can go away, you stupid settings. That was kind of bad timing there. Addison Peterson will get 9th, although there's going to be a lot of people not too happy with her. 33rd in the point standing, so don't think that's going to make everybody happy with her having a good result. But hey, good result for Olivia Jackson, who stayed out of trouble and gets a 10th place, 25th in the points, so not too bad for the youngest of the 3 Jackson siblings. Stephanie Lear, Shyla Askarov, good run for Askarov. Claudia Flores, 3rd in the points, salvaged a 13th place finish. Ada Chua and Aaron Walsh for your top 15. Eva Mata, Balam Kim, Avon Murray, Ruby White, and Ruby Walker complete the top 20. Look on down through the remainder of the finishing results. We had 23 trucks finish on the lead lap. Maisie Creighton, the last on the lead lap. I bet you Maisie's going to be very sad and disappointed. Got involved in that stack up. That was no fault of her own. Naomi Hudson, Alexandria Sarnes finished a lap down. And everyone else out of the race from that stack up, Calip and Berger, Yvonne Dooney, Jessica Smith, Samantha Johnson, Olga Scott, Carolina Bradley, going to take a hit in the points. Kathy Rogers, Tina Turner, Shanti Darwish, Giovanna Wright, Kim Patterson, Jayla Durazin, Aurora Combs, April Glover, Tatiana Guerra, Chao Ding, and Donna Ramirez. I bet you all of those ladies are absolutely going to be furious with Addison Peterson, but yeah, we'll see what the officials will do with Addie. I bet you she'll probably get a warning or get a sent to the back of the grid for the next race next week. As we head to, if I look at the schedule correctly, we are heading to Indianapolis, but the trucks will head to IRP with Diva Bush next week. But we still got to finish up our race weekend from Michigan with the Diva Bush and Diva Cup Series coming your way from the Irish Hills of Michigan. Please hit this like button if you enjoyed today's race. Subscribe to become part of the PCS Race Crew today. We show your full finish results. You will see your point standings heading into next week at IRP, which is Indianapolis, which all 3 series will be at Indianapolis, but will be at 2 separate tracks. Trucks and Bush will be at IRP. Diva Cup will be at the Brickyard, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We'll see you guys tomorrow for Diva Bush Series racing here at Michigan. Until then, I've been DDVO signing off. You've been watching another broadcast courtesy of PCS Ray TV, the best center racing since 2017. So long from the Irish Hills of Michigan.